Welcome back, boys and girls. Um, Granny found some more books, and this one is called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is one of my favorite stories. In a faraway kingdom, there lives a beautiful princess named Snow White. With her hair black as coal, her lips red as a rose, and her skin white as snow. Snow White's stepmother, the queen, is jealous of Snow White's beauty, and she's very cruel. The queen makes Snow White do all of the work around the castle. The queen ordered the servant to lead Snow White into the forest, never to return. Lost, Snow White stumbled upon a cute little cottage. The cottage is home to 7 dwarfs. Dopey, bashful, sneezy, sleepy, happy, grumpy, and Doc. The dwarfs grow to love Snow White and welcome her into their home. Now she has a safe place to hide from the wicked queen. Snow White is happy at the cottage. She cooks and cleans, sings and dances with her new friends. One day, while the dwarfs are at work, the queen disguises herself as an old hag and she visits the cottage. She tricks Snow White into eating a poisoned apple. When Snow White takes a bite, she falls into a deep, deep sleep. The dwarfs are very sad. Then a handsome prince arrives. The prince leans over the sleeping Snow White and awakens her with love's first kiss. Snow White and the prince fall in love with a fond farewell from their dear friends. They set off to live the happiest of happily ever afters. I hope you enjoyed that story. This book is called The Cat and Canary. It was dawn in the city. Cat watched the winter sky change from night to day. Canary was still asleep in her cage. Every day Cat watched his master get out of bed, clean his teeth, and eat his breakfast. Every day the man would say, "Oh, you are lucky. You just lie around the house all day, you lazy cat." Then he put on his hat and coat and went to work. But every day, as soon as the man had left, Cat let Canary out of her cage. The bird always flew around the room a few times and then they had breakfast together. After breakfast, they went up to the roof. Canary would fly high and dive and whirl about in the sky. Cat wished he could fly with his friend above the streets and bridges to the land beyond the river. Cat often watched the other cats on the roof chasing birds. He never chased birds. After all, his best friend was a canary. All the birds flocked to his roof. He loved their colors and he loved their songs. Why should he chase them away just because he was a cat? One windy day, Cat found a kite tangled around a television aerial. He freed the kite and became tangled up in the string. The wind blew the kite, and the kite whisked Cat up in the air and over the streets far below. The cats on the other roofs were amazed to see the cat flying. "Come down," they yelled. "Flying is for birds." Winds rushed between the high buildings and blew him higher and higher till he was flying among the skyscrapers. Canary tried desperately to keep up with him. Do you see Canary in the sky? But Cat was being blown further and further away. After the first terrible fright, Cat was thrilled to be flying free as a bird. His wish had come true. He had a bird's eye view of the city and the shining river. The sun turned the great buildings to gold and silver, and threw the giant shadow of Cat across the surprised people far below. There's his shadow. But soon the sun was covered by storm clouds, and Cat no longer felt free as a bird. The huge buildings now looked dangerous and threatening. He felt lost and alone, and there was no way he could control the kite. He was being blown further and further from home. Below, he could see the icy river, and snow began to fall. Suddenly, through the tumbling snowflakes, appeared Canary with a large flock of birds. The birds took the tail of the kite and the string and turned for home. Cat was no longer alone. Down they went through the snow towards the bright flashing lights of the city. They landed back on the roof just as their master turned the corner of the street. The man did not see them. His head was bent against the wind, and snow blew into his face and down his neck. Oh, to be a cat, he thought, and stay home in the warm house and do nothing. Cat waved a paw to the birds and tied the kite to the television aerial, ready for the next day. Then Cat and Canary raced downstairs, and when the master opened the door, Canary was swinging in the cage, and Cat was curled up on the mat with his eyes closed. You see the canary? He's back in the cage, and here's the cat curled up with her eyes closed. "What a lazy cat," the man said. "I bet you haven't moved all day." Cat opened one eye and winked. Tomorrow, Cat thought, if we all fly together, we can go to the land beyond the river. And we'll still be back for tea. The end. I hope you loved that story as much as I did. The cat and the canary had quite an adventure that day, didn't they? Okay, I'll be back real soon to read some more stories, okay, boys and girls? Thanks for coming.